Hey guys, it's Bhavik here from Sincera. Today we're very, very honoured to have YouTube star, YouTube celebrity, Ximena.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Super
taking
happy.
time out of your busy schedule to sit with our team, embrace us with your passion and what you've done with your business and YouTube. It's been amazing, and we want to share that with the World Wide Web, as I like to call it. So let's just start off by introducing yourself, what you do, where you've come from, and where you're looking to go.
Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. I don't know which camera I'm looking at. I'm going to look at both. So my name is Ximena, and I come from Colombia. I'm half Colombian, half Spanish. I'm actually 100% Colombian, but I grew up between Colombia and Spain, so I like to call myself a little bit Spanish. Okay, but I'm Colombian.
So I grew up in Nigeria a little bit, so am I Nigerian?
What do you feel?
I don't feel any actually. I'm just really dark skinned, which
Yeah,
is why
so it's just all about how you feel. They always say that there is a big thing about identity between in people that have grown in different places in the world. We don't know identity. It's a little bit like, who am I? So I've been in the UK for almost 10 years now. I've started my YouTube channel in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do is I help women. I started with beauty and everything, but
Fantastic.
It's been a long journey. It's been a hell of a journey. And now, apart from my beauty stuff and everything, which I'm passionate about and I love, what I really, really like to do and what I'm really, really into is through my site, ximenadelaserna.com, is help women who are very passionate and self-driven find their true vocation and become online creators and become entrepreneurs with their biggest passion. But they have to be self-driven, okay?
Of course. Just before we continue, what made you make that decision to do this as your full-time job, whatever? What pushed you over that bridge, that gap? Because it's a tough thing to do. Someone looking to start their own business, they need that confidence and.
There is, and it's funny because actually this week I've been shooting a video with YouTube themselves here in London. And what they wanted me to do was okay, we want you to come and then tell us, we want you to inspire other women to become online creators, to become entrepreneurs. And I say, and I always get people getting emails, I get so many emails a day of people asking me, I don't know what to do with my life. I'm passionate about this, but I'm passionate about this, but I'm also passionate. I've got so many passions. Focus. What do I do? Yeah. Or I'm scared. Should I just leave my job? Should I do this? Constant struggle between what do I do with my life?
Absolutely.
And what I see all the time is the paralysis by analysis.
Okay.
So that was my video is about. It's about the paralysis by analysis. Sorry about the swearing, but it has to be like that. It's just forget about it.
Yeah, get over it.
The only way I wish I had an amazing story that I can tell you that I come from this super weird background and then I turned into a multi-million. My story is very normal. It has nothing particular to it.
Absolutely.
But what I think that I can teach other people or what they can get from my story is the doing. And when someone asks me, so how do you do it? How do you start your own business? How do you you just do it.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what the heck they're doing in this life. It's not like anyone else has had another life before this one. This is the first time we're all in this earth that we remember.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So nobody's got advantages over you. And nobody knows what they're doing. So just go and do it. Just honestly, try and error. And you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail, and I failed in the past so much that I went south like nobody's business. And you just build yourself up again from there. Yeah. I met who was my mentor. It's Suraj. Really, he's here. What the hell? He's just here. You can't see him, but he's here sitting and just looking at us. And that was back in 2010. And
have you got a picture of you? We'll put a picture of Lunch on screen?
Yeah, probably. And actually, do we have pictures from that time?
Photoshop
for
one,
sure. Facebook.
We'll
just
Photoshop
no, Facebook it. Because we were young and pretty back then. Now, not so much. This is 5 years ago, okay?
Still.
I'm still pretty.
Okay. Then they're not young anymore. I don't know where I was going with this. What was I talking about?
What were we talking about?
That failing.
Yes.
Failing. So I met him, blah, blah, blah. A lot of things happened. I decided that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I just went for it,
amazing,
mindlessly. And obviously I wasn't prepared, but it was something that I had to do.
Fantastic.
And I failed.
So I learned a little bit about your journey earlier today in terms of how long it took you to kick off. Let's share it with the viewers watching this. How you said it took you 2 years, which is a long time, but also it's not. So tell us a little bit about that.
Actually, more than that, because when I actually started and I stopped everything and decided to become an entrepreneur, that was 2011. Yep. Started my YouTube channel in 2012, started blogging as well and everything, but I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I knew I had to do it and I knew I had a calling, but I really didn't know what I was doing or how I was going to make money out of it. Like, it was terrible. And I failed so much to the point where I actually even did an investment on a company, on an online company that ended up being a scam back in the States. That was 2012. We're still on trials for that. We're kind of like recovering our money, but we haven't recovered everything, and we will never recover everything. But just long story short, I ended up having to go back home for 6 months because I was broke. Yeah. And I had to leave the UK, which is where I like to live. I like to be in London.
Yeah.
Went back home, and then I had to replan my life. And went like, okay, what am I going to do? Because obviously this has to be done some other way. I need to get money to be able to do this.
Absolutely.
Came back to London in 2013, and then started with a new way of doing things. Got a part-time job just to help me going through because I needed to figure this out. And I didn't know what I was doing, so I needed time to figure out. And to figure out, I needed money, so I got a part-time job just to do that.
Absolutely.
And then throughout 2013, 2014, end of it, in 2014, I sold my first course, and then I made 2,000 euros on a week, and I was like, okay, this is maybe how things, something is clicking here. Spent the whole of 2014 trying to figure things out.
Develop courses.
Exactly, trying to, what am I doing? There's something right, I'm doing something right.
Yeah, of course.
YouTube channel was growing. YouTube started to send me a lot of traffic. Then 2015, I did B-School by Marie Forleo, which is like an amazing thing to do. Then it clicked, and then everything clicked, and then by March, I was starting to change my mind about everything. I discovered what I really wanted to do in life, developed my new site, spent the whole of 2015 developing my new idea, and bang, at the end of it, it all made sense. But it's taken 5 years, really.
Absolutely. You mentioned YouTube sends you a lot of traffic. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? And also, you've got a hell of a lot of followers and subscribers. How did that happen?
That as well, it wasn't an overnight sensation or anything like that. It was built up with time. So since 2012, I started with my first video. Funnily enough, my very first video is one of the ones that gets the most views still.
Absolutely.
It was like, oh, wow, okay. So it still gets a lot of views. And it just grew little by little, but what you have to do is you have to take action and just be consistent. The only thing, there is no secret to it. I've got a course coming on YouTube on everything I know on really how to make a living or how to utilize YouTube. Absolutely. Because you don't want to be working for YouTube. No. You want YouTube to work for you. So YouTube takes 45% of your earnings. You don't want to work for them. You want them to send you clients and to send you work.
Absolutely.
So it worked little by little, just by being consistent, by constantly uploading videos, by being very present, by just, honestly, there is no magic thing. Obviously, if you learn, there's a few things you learn SEO for videos, which is a little bit different than it is for text or things like that.
Absolutely.
You learn what YouTube wants from you to give you, to make you kind of like a star, like YouTube star. You need to know what YouTube wants from you.
Absolutely.
So YouTube wants rapport. YouTube wants you to be kind of like clout. Mm-hmm. And how do you build up clout on YouTube is by uploading videos, being really consistent with those videos, answering to the comments, having comments on your videos.
Fantastic.
Having likes, and having dislikes. Many people are scared about dislikes and they go, I've got a dislike on my video. Oh my God. It's gonna happen. First of all, because there's a lot of haters. Second, because there's a lot of people who have nothing else to do. Third of all, because there will be people who don't like what you do. Just get over it. Exactly. Just whatever. Yeah. Dislikes, you should worry if you don't have any, because it's actually good. Having likes and dislikes in your videos means that people are engaging on your videos.
I love that. Which meant a blog title.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So don't be scared of the dislikes. They're a good thing. Unless you've got like 1 million dislikes and 1 like, then it's like, excuse me, you're doing something. Okay. Okay, something is going wrong. But if I've got videos that have 10, 15 dislikes, 20, 50 dislikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe they have 300, 1,000 likes. It just means that people are taking the time to interact with your videos. And as long as you've got interaction with your videos, then you're okay. Then are things, there are little tricks of SEO that you can do, like how to get YouTube to recommend more of your videos and things like that. But those are the things that you learn.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Absolutely. Before we go into your course, you mentioned the C word, which is one of my favorites, consistency. How do you, have you got a year's worth of plan? How do you make sure you stick to that and make those videos on a constant basis?
Okay, so videos is just one of my content because I also have blog posts, I've got courses, and I've got a podcast as well. So video is just something else of my content. So what I do is actually I plan my content a year in advance.
Wow.
Yeah. How do I do that? It's really simple. It's nothing like crazy or anything. I take little record cards, name the different months, and then I just go, okay, in January, things that I want to do throughout the year. So I list things that I want to do and I go, okay, this year I want to sell a course on this. Ideas that I have, just brainstorm.
Yeah.
I want to write an article for this magazine. Whatever I want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I start dividing those things over the months. And then for everything that I have to do, then I write the steps that I have to do to get there. So same with content. Then content, I plan it over the year, more or less. But there is a really, really cool way to plan your content for YouTube. And it's like, okay, this is a tip moment, yeah? Tip. Okay, tip here. So you can get months worth of content in about 10 minutes. And content that people want to see, not just content. So what you do is you go on YouTube, you've got your little search bar, and then you go, whatever is your topic, for example, makeup. So you type makeup, and then obviously you get all the suggestions. You are gonna get makeup for night, makeup for party, makeup for whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then you start like reading all that. Okay, so you've got all of those could be potential themes for your videos.
Absolutely.
Then you take the first one and write it down, write it again, type it again. The first one that is suggested to you, you write it again, and then you get more suggestions on that.
Absolutely.
And then what you do, you just don't pick any. That just means that people are looking for that, because if it's suggesting it to you, means that people are actually looking for it. But what you do with it is that you click on it to see what videos you come up with with those search terms. And then you're gonna see if the videos that come up have a lot of views, and there is no many videos. On the top right, you can see how many videos are about that topic. Yeah. If the number at the top is low and the number of views in the videos is high, it means that it's good, because it doesn't have a lot of competitors, and people are looking for it, and people are watching those. So that you can have like months and months worth. You can have like 30 of those keywords or key phrases, and then you make a video on each one of those key phrases, and that's your content there. And it's actually content that you know that people are looking for, and people want to see.
Of course.
So that's a very good way. And then you just divide it in the months, and then you just take a planner, and once a week or once every 2 weeks you film a batch. You film 10 videos in one day. You have to set everything up, and it's like kind of like the most boring part is like setting everything up. It's like setting I hate it. I hate setting. I like sitting in front and okay, now I'm gonna talk. But doing all of this, ask me. Go on.
If you ever consider doing an English version of your like makeup videos and tutorials,
I get that question about 20 times an hour. Yeah.
Because it can increase your, like, some people might really want to know what you mean, and then they can't.
Absolutely. And actually it's funny because yesterday I was answering to my comments on my blog, and one girl was like that. One girl was like, it wasn't about English, it was about the fact that I only acknowledge women on my videos and my blog. It's all made for women, but it's because it's my customer, it's my target, it's my niche. So it doesn't mean, she was like, you discriminate men. I was like, no, I don't. And in fact, I've got a lot of men followers that they don't care that I just talk to women, because they get it. They get that why I talk to women. So the reason why I don't do it in English is because from the start I decided that my niche was going to be the Spanish-speaking community, women in particular, and women who are self-driven, etc. But it's just in Spanish. Spanish is the number two
Second.
most spoken language in the world and online as well. To tell you the truth, many of these things that I do in Spanish don't exist yet, but they do in English. So why bring this in English again if no one is doing it in Spanish? So I have to dominate one market. Otherwise, if like Marie Folio says, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. If I don't dominate one market, then I'm spreading myself thinly. So if I'm talking to men, women, Spanish, English, French, everyone, it's like, potentially I can speak to everyone and have a massive follower, but what does that bring to me? Nothing. I have to connect with just my niche, which is the niche that I kind of like, I'm close to. And that's the reason why I don't do it in Spanish. But I get that so many times, especially because I live in London. So all my friends are like, why are you not doing it in English? It's like,
maybe create English subtitles so that
yes, but I don't know. It's just that I might go for subtitles. I actually see if you go, like the number one girl that became famous on YouTube for doing videos, B2 videos, is Michelle Fan. She's massive. She's not as big as Yuya, who's Mexican, and she's much bigger now, and she does everything in Spanish. But Michelle Fan was the first one. And now because of the Spanish ones like Yuya are becoming so bigger than her, like double the amount. Like Yuya's got like 12 million followers, whereas Michelle Fan has like 6 million or something like that, which is not small, but you know. But now Michelle is feeling it, and she's putting Spanish subtitles in her videos. So it's like, oh, someone is feeling it. So let's dominate that market because it's actually coming stronger and stronger. So you want to be there first. Why be the last one in English if you can be the first one in Spanish?
Talking about production, when you started off, how did you, were you using your phone? Were you using, cameras with fancy lights? How does it work? It's something we're asked quite a lot. And, it is possible to make videos with your smartphone. Tell us a little bit about how your journey went along.
So when I started, technology now goes super quick, thankfully. When I started in 2011, we didn't have phones like now. So we had, first thing I saw was a little Kodak camera that Suraj showed to me. And he still has a camera, and I just saw it. I was like, my God, this is ancient. So I started with something like that, with a flip camera. And then I go on Amazon and I got a little video camera, just it was a Canon or something like that. Little, typical tiny video camera, which are not very good because you don't get, it's a very plain image. But hey, I was starting, okay? But my point here is like nowadays, 2016, your phone has a better camera than the camera that I bought to start with. So if you've got a smartphone, your camera is going to be already so much better.
Absolutely.
And I know a lot of video marketers who don't use an SLR camera to film. The DSLR, sorry. Can you tell my language is no English? So I know a lot of video marketers that don't use a DSLR camera to film. They use their own phone. And they use, exactly. And it's got the thing that you can just like put it there, film yourself, and go with it. And especially now with things like Periscope and everything, we're getting used to using our phones for video.
Yeah, of course.
So it's really
Talking
good.
about Periscope, what are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on
Love it.
Snapchat? What do you use to promote your business?
Love it.
And why do you choose those networks?
So Snapchat, I don't use it yet. I feel like, should I use it or no? I'm a little bit, to be honest, a little bit lazy on using Snapchat. Mainly because I think my ideal client doesn't hang up there. I think it's more for a younger audience. But actually, I don't know. I might try anyway. I might try it, but I haven't been on it. Periscope, I love. Periscope is like an extension of YouTube. A couple of weeks ago, I did a workshop in London for bloggers and brands on how to use Periscope for your brand and for your blog. So if you're a blogger or if you're a brand, I came up with over 50 ways to use it.
Wow.
To grow your business. Is amazing. The way I use it, so I use it normally any day, like, hey, I'm here, I might do one later. It's just, hey, you're here. And it's a good way to engage. People know that this is live. This is best. It's better than YouTube because on YouTube it's not live. It's in the past. It happened already. But when people are seeing you, what you're doing right now, they know that you're doing it right now. So that creates a lot of like connection with you, especially if you are person brand.
Yeah.
If you are your own brand, people love that. Other than that, hold on, I just lost my...
What other networks? And why?
Oh yeah, so the way that I use Periscope, other than that, for like daily vlogs, and
Yeah.
here I am. For example, when I do a product launch, I'm gonna do a product like my YouTube course that is
Absolutely.
coming. A great way to use Periscope is on the pre-launch phase. You do daily Periscopes a week before your launch or whatever.
Yeah.
You do little 20-minute Periscopes on the topic of your product coming, just to educate. It's like a webinar,
Yeah.
but it's just live, it's there, it's happening. You make it like 20 minutes and you just deliver a topic, you deliver value on
So
that.
much value.
And then you start getting people excited about your product coming. And obviously you're gonna give the value, but you're gonna tell them this product is coming. And then I do that, and that works so well, just to
Amazing.
get people like pumped up about the product that is coming. It works really, really well. I love Periscope, love Periscope.
What other networks do you use? So Facebook, Twitter, or...
Yeah, I use everything. I'm very, very present, except for Snapchat. I'm very present on social media, but it's just, I really love social media. So I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, and Pinterest. Yeah, everything. Everything.
Is there
I'm
one
just
that you find works? Is it better for you, or you put more time in it, you get more from it?
It does, and they work differently. For example, for quality traffic that actually becomes customers or becomes subscribers to my list, YouTube is the number one.
Fantastic.
Like YouTube, all my videos are like, I like to call them like little minions. Those little minions, they're just like, your videos are like little minions working for you 24/7. They never stop. They're like slaves. They're just like
Wow.
little slaves.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
working, and you're just like sleeping and they keep working. And then, yes, fantastic. So those videos actually bring me the most subscribers to my email list, and they bring me the most queries about my products.
Wow.
But for example, Twitter is my number one on just instant traffic. So every day Twitter is at the top of my referrals.
Yeah.
Every day.
Wow.
But obviously I'm constantly present on Twitter.
Yeah, of course.
And it just brings me the most traffic. Then on Facebook is a great place for people to connect with me. So they write to me, they write me comments, I answer them. So it's a more close relationship there. Instagram also works really well on bringing your instant traffic and being visual and everything. Yeah.
Fantastic. Going back to Facebook, how do you find it now? Because it's changing more. Like you've got to put some money behind it for it to work really well. What's your experience with that?
I don't bother. As I said, you shouldn't be working for the networks. The networks should be working for you.
Yeah.
So because I've got all these other networks working for me so well, Facebook, people still find me on Facebook. It's not my biggest one. I've got about 5,000 followers on Facebook. I just keep everything that is exactly keep it updated every day. I publish 2 to 3 times.
Who's hanging out there.
You never know who's hanging out there. I publish 2 to 3 times every day.
Is this all automated by the way? Is it
Yeah,
scheduled or-
automated.
Okay.
I do sometimes once a day or maybe every I go
yeah.
and obviously I go there every day
Comments.
to answer
Of
comments.
course.
But all the content that goes there every day,
Fantastic.
2-3 times a day is automated.
How often do you sort of schedule them or top up the bank? If that...
Yeah, once a week. Every Friday night I
Okay.
use co-schedule.
Okay.
And every Friday night, I just co-schedule my whole week for the next week. So from Monday to
Fantastic.
Sunday. And then it's just so simple. So I do every single social media in one day in about 20 minutes, 15 minutes. I've got
Fantastic.
everything for the week and it just goes on its own.
Brilliant. And finally, you mentioned your course. Tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
that.
Well, yeah, the only thing is that it's in Spanish. Okay. So it's my YouTube course on YouTube. It's everything. YouTube course on YouTube, obviously. It's everything that I know about YouTube, but it's basically to make people understand that YouTube is not your business and that you shouldn't be working for YouTube. You should make YouTube to work for you. So like I said, be the boss of YouTube. Don't be YouTube, be the boss of you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So forget about viral, forget about I want to be a superstar in YouTube. Forget about that you're going to become rich with AdSense, because I always tell, like, people don't talk about their earnings on YouTube. And I always say to people, I have 51,000 subscribers. I have 5 million views. I get right now I think I'm on 300,000 views a month. And I still get about £150 for AdSense. Yeah. It's crap. Like, okay, it's nice. I can pay my whatever hosting with that.
Yeah.
But Can you live out of that? No. And I've got friends who are much, much bigger, who might have like, I don't know, much, much bigger than me, and they still make $200, $300 a month. So it's not the way to go. Whereas if you actually know how to use YouTube, how to utilize it, you can actually, is the one that brings me the most customers, and the one that brings me the most, so people who actually want to learn from me, people who I can actually help through my products and through everything that I do. The other ones work for traffic, fair enough. Amazing. But YouTube actually brings you sales, so yeah.
Good. So what would you say your one top tip, if you had to pick one, for someone looking to start to use video to launch their business or continue growing their business? What would you say your top tip would be?
My top tip for someone who wants to start is basically to start, because this is the number one problem, as I said before. People think about it and people think about it and think about it, and they never actually do it. Then they start getting like, okay, I'm not good on camera. Okay, I'm this. Okay, I don't have a camera. Okay, I don't have lights. It's like, just start. Like, you don't need anything to start. You just need to start. So start, and once you start, commit to it. I've got a massive case of ADD, as I said before. So for me, anything that doesn't happen now, for me, it's like, it's not happening. I want results like yesterday. I'm super bad at that, super bad. I'm super impatient. Yeah. And I get very frustrated when things don't happen. But
someone keeps Snapchatting me.
Your admirers. But you have to get over that and actually wait, because you have to be consistent to the point where you can spend months. I mean, if you know what you're doing, if you actually learn how to utilize YouTube, it's not going to be like years. Because it took me years because I didn't know what I was doing. But once I actually knew what I was doing, it was weeks, months, and then it happened. So just do it. Be consistent. Yeah. Be consistent. Don't worry about the time that it will take you. Don't say, okay, I've been doing this for a month and nothing is happening. Just keep on it.
Yeah.
Keep on it.
Amazing.
And just don't think that you're going to forget about YouTube superstar, becoming rich out of AdSense. Just forget about it. Forget about it. That's not your business. That's not what's going to bring you the money.
Thank you so much for coming
That's
down,
okay.
taking time out your busy schedule. Hope you've enjoyed that. And also, let's put a little challenge here. If we get a whole load of followers, a whole load of comments who want to see this course in English, we'll try and persuade Ximena to recreate this in English for you guys, because I think it's something that create huge value, and it's definitely something that's missing from the market. So make sure you retweet, you follow her, you just interact, like you said, and also consistency is key. So today is a day to start. When you finish watching this, just take your smartphone, record a little video. Even if it's like, hey, just watch that interview with Bavik and Ximena. You guys have inspired me, which I hope we have. And just get started. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. And just take action, please. Please do. Like, the difference between the people who take action and don't take action is huge. So just take action. And if you do speak Spanish, then you can come to ximenadelaserna.com, and then you will find everything there, including my course.
What does .com mean?
.com.
Oh. Brilliant. And also thank you so much to Suraj from W Maintain for hooking up this interview. We both know him really well and really appreciate it. Thank you.